Hello, APUS History. It is the week of April 6th through 12th. It's Holy Week for us this week. This is obviously such a significant and powerful week for us as a Christian school, in which we had Palm Sunday yesterday, we have the Maundy Thursday, and we have Good Friday, in which we dwell and reflect on the crucifixion of Christ, and then Easter Sunday to kind of close us out, in which we celebrate the resurrected power of Christ through his coming to life once more. And so with that, we're going to, as far as how that impacts APUS history, we're going to just zoom out a little bit and just kind of take a step back from some of the bigger things that you've all been doing. If you've gotten everything done up to this point with what's been assigned, then kudos to you. You're doing great work, and I'm really, really proud of what it is that you guys have accomplished as we've shifted towards this different format. There's been a lot asked of you in the last few weeks, and you've kept up and you've done an incredible amount of work. If there's anything from the last few weeks that you haven't finished up, please still get those things done when you find time to do them this week. They're in as zeros on the gradebook to remind you which things you haven't done yet. But they're all going to be important things for you to try to walk through and finish up as we move forward. I know that it's been an adjustment for a lot of us. And so if you have questions or concerns or things, please email me so I can kind of work with you in a way that's as helpful as possible as we kind of shift forward. But if you don't email me, then I have no idea how to kind of connect with what you might need from me. So with that, as we move forward this week, there's a little bit kind of less for you all to do, should be less time throughout your week for APUS history this week, which either give you time to kind of reflect and breathe on what Holy Week is, or it gives you some time and space to kind of go back and resolve and finish up some things that might still be standing out from previous weeks and units. For this week, there are really only two major things for you to do. One of which is two-part, but anyways, besides the point. Thing one, I'm sending out to all of you what would have been the Period 8 exam. Now, the Period 8 exam is multiple choice, and it has two essay questions that are listed, in which you only need to choose one. First and foremost, and I have this typed, but just to say it too, and it's important that you hear this because I don't want you to freak out. One of your activities for this week is to complete the Period 8 exam. It is not being graded as an exam. It is meant to be seen as a progress checking activity to give you an opportunity just to practice some Period 8 understanding from notes we've taken, activities you've done, and what you've been reading in your textbook. It's just meant to basically be an assignment. So with that, as far as how the grade is going, because I know that might be the big freak out for some of you, I am grading you for just completing it and doing it and showing that you tried. That's what you're getting graded on. So even if you get, like 80% of the multiple choice questions right, or 3/4 of them right, and you have a decently well done essay, I'm going to be giving you full credit for completing it as a progress check. So hopefully that, again, alleviates stress. So don't see this as we have a test, how am I supposed to do well on this? It's a progress check and practice. I want you to use notes. I want you to use your textbook, use your resources as you can. I just don't want you to take a huge amount of time to do this. One thing I would really like to encourage you to do is when you choose which essay it is you're going to write, I want you to try to write it in one sitting in as short amount of time as possible. This gets into kind of the next portion of something I want to say for now. The details for what the actual structure and style of your AP exam are now out, and they're being clarified. So what I'll say on this for your AP exam is next week, expect a video from me that is just talking through what your AP exam is going to be as far as how it'll be structured, what the timing is, what you can expect from it, and when it's going to be. Those details have all been announced over the last 1 to 3 days, kind of in a day by day, here's some stuff, here's some stuff, here's some stuff. So give me a week to really pour through so I can talk through it with you and be sure that I'm as correct as possible about everything that I'll be saying to you. But it is going to be essay style, and it'll be typed, and it will be in a portion of time. So it's important now that we start to work on timed writing. So don't take a huge amount of time. Try to get that essay done if you want a target time in 20 minutes, a 20-minute time frame to try to type those essays. Again, it's just something for you to try to self-try and self-check. It's not a thing that I can really guarantee. I can't really check to see that you did that. But just try it and practice it if you can. So first activity for you this week, period 8 exam, but it is a progress track activity that is graded on completion and effort. Part 2 then, you have 2 discussion posts, topics 30 and 31. Some of you did not seem to pay attention to the portion of the Turnitin discussion page in which you're able to access page 2. And so you missed out on some discussions. As I've said many times, if you miss discussion, you can email me what your responses would have been to be able to still earn some credit. So please do that if you missed discussions last week because you didn't check on what page 2 included. But for this week, head to page 2 of the discussions. We have 2 prompts for you to do discussions for, topics 30 and 31. We're in our last 4 discussions of this class as we finish up all of our reading. Topic 30 is led by David. 31 is led by Samantha. Respond to each prompt. I'm hoping David and Samantha can get your prompts up by Wednesday, just so everyone has enough time to kind of get those discussions done even before Friday if they'd like to be able to have them an Easter weekend with nothing to do. But everything, as always, is due by Sunday night. If you take that long, I would strongly advise to just get everything done in the next day or 2 so you don't have to worry about it. That's my advice. So all this week then is for you is the period 8 exam, which you should use all your resources, complete it, and then submit it on Turnitin.com. And then the 2 discussions, which you'll find on Turnitin.com as well, topics 30 and 31. That's all for this week. As you then continue through your reading, we kind of wrap up period 8 to then give us time to do a condensed period 9 study to then take time to get you all prepared and ready to go for the new style of the AP exam. Blessings on your week. I look forward to kind of seeing your work and your discussions. Until next time, God bless you guys.